Yes. So as we all know that people would keep on joining to the meeting, I hope that does not disturb our esteemed guest today, dietitian Monjira Shannal. I will introduce her a little later. Just before that, I would introduce myself. Yes, I am Dr. Anindita Rai Chakraborty. Namaskar and welcome to all of you to Nutripedia.life. As promised, Nutripedia.life always brings to you the best of knowledge, the most updated information, and it is for everyone, students, teachers, research scholars, and everyone alike, and anyone who has anything to do with nutrition, or I call them nutrition enthusiasts. So today we have some joining online now and on Zoom. We have a lot of people who would be watching on YouTube. We would have a lot of people on Facebook as well. As you know, online sessions are always like this. So we have a recorded session for anyone who is interested to come in later on and listen to it, because we are all so busy. We do not believe in time constraint. So without any further delay, I would request Monjira to please put her camera on, and I welcome her on the virtual screen. Yes, Monjira, I wish I could clap and welcome you, but it's a virtual stage. And Monjira, to introduce her, she is doing wonderful job as a dietitian, as a diet expert, and knowing her from quite a long time, and seeing that she is doing such great work, I thought I would invite her today because I would like to hear her speak on street food. Yes, you can see she is a life member of IDA, a founder and a consultant of Diet Secrets. So, who else but Munjira to speak on street foods? Now, why street foods? Why did we select this particular topic? We, as in the team of Nutripedia.life, we selected this topic because we believe that the social media has a huge role to play in the concept of food habits and the kind of blogging that is going on. There is so much of street food eating, like biryani and so many other things. Biryani, why? Because that was the first thing that we see whenever we open the Facebook pages or Instagram. So we will have to know, we will have to talk about correct food habits. So I will not delay any further, and I would just let Monjira do the talking today. So I would switch off my camera and do the screen sharing. So over to you, Monjira.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this enlightening webinar on street food. I am Manjira Sanyal, a practicing dietitian since 16 years. And thank you, Anindita ma'am, for giving me such an honor to share my thoughts on street food in front of all of you.
Monjira, is this okay? Is this visible to you? Yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am. This is
Yes,
visible
yes,
to me.
because it will be going like a because it is an Apple, it's a Mac book, so it does not have a slide share option. So I think we can go. Is it okay with you?
Yes, ma'am. It's
Is it
absolutely
visible?
fine.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So over to you. And we'll take the questions later on. And if you have any
Sure.
questions in the chat box, please type it in the chat box. And I will be receiving some questions on WhatsApp as well. So I will put them forward to Monjira.
Sure.
So over to
Sure.
you, Monjira.
So our topic is street food, to eat or not to eat. No doubt we all have a secret temptation with street food, isn't it? The tantalizing aroma, the vibrant color, the burst of flavor are really hard to resist. So today we'll dive into the world of street food, exploring its appeal, its health implication, and how we can have it responsibly. I am giving you a Kolkata perspective mostly, but it can be extrapolated to everywhere. Next. So, what
Is
is
it
street
visible?
food? Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So, what is street food actually? Street food refers to ready-to-eat food or beverages sold by vendors, often in outdoor public spaces such as street, market, office premises, or fairs, etc. These foods are typically convenient, no doubt about that, affordable, and offers a variety of flavor from different culture. From tacos in Mexico to hot dog in USA to fuchka in Kolkata, a street food is global phenomenon that reflects local tradition and culinary practices. Next. Yes. So, what are the factors contributing to street food consumption? One of the major factors contributing to the rise of street food is the lack of awareness about its potential health effect, convenience, and affordability. Without considering nutritional downside, many of us are drawn towards this street food. Additional, Additionally, urbanization and our busy lifestyle have increased the demand for quick, accessible uh, means, further driving the popularity of this street food. So, and taste preference is also there. Some sort of social aspects is also there. Next. So, why street food is so popular? Street food vendors are found throughout the city, especially among the working class and students who rely on these affordable and convenient meals anytime. In fact, many of us considering it an integral part of the city's culinary heritage and love to explore and indulge with these kind of foods all the time. And of course, there's an influence of digital marketing and food bloggers also. In recent era, digital marketing and food bloggers have significantly influenced the popularity of street food through platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, etc. The mouth-watering visual attract a large audience, increasing the demand for these food also. Next. So what are the disadvantages of this street food? Number one, hygiene concern. Street food vendors often operate in outdoor environment, which can expose the food to dust, pollution, and pests. Additionally, lack of proper sanitation facilities can lead to inadequate hand washing, utensils cleaning practices, and these can increase the risk of contamination and foodborne illnesses. Number two, food safety risk include some of the common food safety risk includes like cross contamination, improper temperature control, use of unsafe water, use of low quality expired ingredients, compromising food safety. And now the nutritional value. While street food is often delicious and convenient, it is not always nutritious. Many street foods are high in calories, high in sugar, high in salt, and with bad quality of saturated fat. Many street foods are many street food contain high in unhealthy fat like trans fat, high in sugar, high in sodium, low in and of course these are low in essential nutrients. Next. Yes, street food can make you feel high. Street food, at that point, we all agree that street food has a unique ability to make us feel good, and these can be attributed to the brain's reward system. Street food often contains the perfect combination of flavor and texture that stimulate the brain's reward center. This system releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter that plays a key role in expressing pleasure and satisfaction. When we eat tasty foods, especially those high in sugar, fat, and salt, our brain reward system is activated, making us feel good and encouraging us to repeat the behavior. Thus, the more we consume pleasurable foods, the more we crave them. These can create a cycle. When we continuously seek out a street food to experience, that dopamine rush, that causes dopamine rush. Pleasurable sensation from street food. This pleasurable sensation from this street food actually stimulates this sometimes lead to overeating, and there's hardly any portion control. And as we seek to prolong the feeling of getting this satisfaction, over the time the brain can become less sensitive of the effects of this dopamine and requiring more of the pleasurable food to achieve the same feeling repeatedly, just like similar to the way addiction works. Next. Well, Kolkata, the city of joy, is renowned for its vibrant street food culture. Among the savory delights, there are kathi roll, tele bhaja, fuchka, momos, which can be rich in calories, fat, mostly saturated fat, and lots of sodium. Among some sweet temptations, there are jalebi, mishti doi, rasgulla, sandesh. They are popular but high in sugar and may lack essential nutrients. And juicy oases like fruit juices in the street food options are always low in fiber, vitamin, and minerals, potentially leading to nutritional imbalance if consumed regularly. Next. So there are comparison to recommended daily intake. If we see calorie intake, a typical Kolkata street food snack can range between 200 to 450 calories, and this can represent a significant portion of the recommended daily intake of for adults, which is around 1600 calories. And now the fat and sodium content. Street food often contain saturated fat like palm oil, that's especially palm oil with sodium, and both of which can contribute cardiovascular issues, increasing our bad cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and thus lead to uh, cardiovascular issues. Next is fiber and vitamins. Fiber and vitamins, street food might provide some fiber and vitamins. It is unlike to meal, definitely it is unlike to meal the full RDI with these nutrients, highlighting the importance of balanced diet. So balanced diet is ultimately, end of the day, we have to consume that. And overall balance, occasional consumption of street food can be a part of a varied diet, but it shouldn't be primary source of nutrition. Street food often most of the time contain high level of sodium due to use of salt, soy sauce, and other sodium rich seasonings. And high sodium intake can lead to hypertension, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. And high intake of saturated trans fat can lead to elevated LDL cholesterol level, increasing the risk of plaque formation in the arteries. Next. Now, the impact of cooking methods on nutritional profile, like deep frying, grilling or roasting, boiling and steaming, different cooking method used by Kolkata street food vendors and can significantly alter the nutrition profile of dishes. Like in case of deep frying, the use of same oil repeatedly produce acrylamide and other potential carcinogen compounds. In case of grilling or roasting, high heat can produce HCS, PAHs, this is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are increase the risk of cancer. And in case of boiling and steaming, minimizes nutrition loss. That's true, but making them comparatively healthier options than deep frying or grilling or roasting. Studies have shown that a correlation between high intake of fried barbecue meats actually leads to cancer of colon, pancreatitis, prostate cancer, etc. So boiling and steaming are gentler cooking methods that minimize nutrient loss and making them no doubt healthier options. Next. So there are some calorie content common street snacks like fuchka. Fuchka for 200 to 300 calories easily come from 6 to 8 pieces of fuchkas, or 200 6 to 8 pieces of fuchka with this spicy water and chutney, uh, around 200 to 300 calories. For rolls, 350 to 400 kilocalories. And for samosa, it's about 350. And if you want to have jhalmuri or bhelpuri, then it's around 150 to 250 calories. So most calorie dense, samosa is here the most calorie dense snack, and followed by egg roll. Fuchka and dahi puri comparatively lower in calories, so making them a lighter option. Next. Well, so dietary fiber and carbohydrate composition. Foods high in carbohydrates such as parota, kochuri, puri, sweet syrup cause rapid spike in blood sugar level. And some street foods may contain artificial additives, preservatives to enhance the flavor and shelf life. Normal Kolkata street food offers a diverse range of carbohydrate sources, around 50 to 75% of food. For example, um, as I said, some street food not only contain this higher amount of carbohydrate, but also they provide additional some sort of not permitted colors like methanol yellow and non-permitted colors, and sometimes used, which is sometimes used in biryani, even some topshe fish and other dishes to give this yellow hue. And there are comparatively lesser amount of fiber. It depends on the food. Uh, around 10 to 20 gram of fiber content typically range in one serving. If we want to have bhel puri or bhel puri or chalmuri or some ghugni, chana, motor, then around 10 to 20 grams of fiber we can have from these sources. Next. Vitamin and minerals in Kolkata street food. Samosa and egg roll are good source of vitamin A, important for vision and immune function, we know. By maintaining simple adjustment like adding more vitamin A rich vegetable as a stuffing for samosa, like sweet potato, carrot, spinach, and if we use fortified flour with vitamin and minerals for including vitamin A in rich samosa, this can be done with this street food and can be nutritionally enriched. So here is a comparison between vitamin C. Samosa and egg roll are good source of vitamin A, but vitamin C can also be found from fuchka, because the soury drinks we used to have this fuchka, and there are some sort of iron in some dishes which are made from lentils, like dal bhujia type dishes, and some mishti doi or sweet, among the sweet dishes, 50 to 100 microgram of calcium we can have from these dishes. Next. Well, two most common dishes, that is fish fry and Mughlai cuisine, offer flavorful dining experience, no doubt about this. It's important to consume them mindfully and in moderation, because the calorie ranges is between 200 to 300 calories. Fat is around 10 to 15 grams. Protein from fish and meat, we can have in one serving around 20 grams, and carbohydrate amount depends. Fish fry is a popular street food of Kolkata and involving deep fried fish coated with flavorful batter. Uh, and Mughlai is also rich curry dish with ghee and cream gravy. So these are all on higher calorie sides. Next. Well, so accessibility through food delivery apps plays definitely a significant role in the popularity of street food by making it convenient, accessible, and appealing to broader audience. These apps bridge the gap between the traditional street food culture and modern consumers' preference. Right. So contributing the enduring appeal of street food worldwide. So now that only three steps: order, deliver, and indulge. Next. We have the disease association with Kolkata street food consumption. So India, including urban areas like Kolkata, has seen an increase in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease caused due to changing dietary pattern and sedentary lifestyle. Obesity, insulin resistance, hormonal imbalances, lifestyle disorders like PCOS, PCOD, all are rising in India, particularly in urban areas where access to convenient, calorie dense foods like street food is prevalent. There are also some report of gastrointestinal issues, poor hygiene, food handling practices in street food stall can expose consumers to foodborne illnesses like typhoid, typhoid, peptic ulcer, and other digestive problems. Next. So here are some effective initiatives to promote healthier street food options. Number one, educational campaign. Activities like conducting workshop use digital media to educate vendors on nutritious cooking method, portion size, and balanced diet. Number two, promoting healthier ingredients. Strategies like providing incentives or subsidies for vendors using lean meat, whole grain option, fresh fruits, vegetables, healthier cooking oil. It can be taken. Collaboration with NGOs and nutritionists, partnering with non-profit organization and nutrition expert to develop healthier recipe and food preparation method. And food safety training is also needed. It will reduce the risk of foodborne diseases and enhances overall food quality and hygiene standard. Next. So how to enjoy these street food while maintaining a balanced approaches? Number one, occasional treats. Reserve street food indulgence for special occasion or treat, or as a treat, rather than a daily habit. Number two, balance moderation. Practice mindful eating by choosing smaller portion and balancing street food with nutritious meal throughout the day. Number three, listen to your body. Pay attention to how your body reacts to street food. Pay attention to your hunger cues. Eat when you are hungry only. and stop when you are comfortably satisfied. Next. And these are the recommendations for healthier street food choices. Number one, grilled or roasted options. Grilled or roasted street food items tend to be lower in fat and calories than deep fried ones. Number two, opt for fresh ingredients. Fresh ingredients are generally more nutritious than processed food all the time. Number three, include fruits and vegetables. Number four, limit deep fried snacks. Yes, deep fried snacks are tasty and it can be high in calories and fat. So consider limiting your intake of these items and opting for healthier alternatives. Next. Now I will discuss some common street food delights of Kolkata, but with some consideration. Next. The first one is lassi, definitely a refreshing yogurt-based drink. There are important considerations for lassi as a street food. Number one, avoiding uh, adding excess sugar. And number two, ensure that the water used in this for preparing lassi is clean and hygienic. That is crucial to prevent waterborne diseases. Next. Dry fruit laddus are nutritious bite-sized treats. Dry fruit laddus, kaju burfi, the consideration is sometimes they include aluminum foil for their decoration or garnishing purposes. But these addition can impact uh, health, uh, So we have to check that if these things are added with laddus or dried fruit rich items. And laddus can be customized with variety of dried fruit, nuts, and spices. So here you will get some sort of protein with good quality fat and overall energy booster rather than having a chocolate or processed or packaged item. And these are also delicious. Particularly if you have a sweet tooth. Next. Yes, then the next is fruit chat. It's a vibrant snack. Uh, it has vibrant color, nutrient rich, and when but we have to take care of this fact that hygiene practice here is very important. And fruit chat can be delicious and the healthy street food option. Like if the vendor stored and this fruit item properly so that no dust or insect infestation has been done. Next, vegetable cutlet. It's a crispy and wholesome snack. It can be enjoyed a tasty street food option. However, concern about oil consumption are valid because there are some consideration like using good quality oil with higher smoking points like mustard oil, sunflower oil, canola, which are better for deep frying, not palm oil. Otherwise, it's a wholesome filling snack with flavorful vegetables and best filling provides a nourishing and filling option. Next. Roasted corn. Unlike the fried snacks, roasted corn typically require minimal or no oil, depending on how it is prepared. It is not only delicious, but also a relatively healthy choice when enjoyed in moderation and prepared, obviously, hygienically. Next. Chickpea chaat, a protein-packed option. It is protein-rich, flavorful, filling, but fresh vegetables like here we use normally fresh vegetables like tomato, onion, cucumber, coriander are often added to chickpea chaat, and so we should choose vendor who maintain clean preparation practice and use fresh ingredients. It's a definitely satisfying snacks, and it has its own tangy. We can use some sort of tangy chutneys with it, and with fresh herbs and spices. It's a significant amount of plant-based protein option, and it's a protein-packed meal. Next. Tips for enjoying street food safely. Number one, choose reputable vendor. Look vendors who are cleaning his who are doing hygienic practice and who has good reviews. Number two, avoid raw or uncooked items like raw food, raw meat, seafood, unwashed fruits and vegetables can harbor bacteria, and chances of cross contamination is also there. Number three, wash your hand frequently. Wash your hands with soap. We can use sanitizer before eating, especially if we handle cash. Prioritize cooked food. Opt for thoroughly cooked dishes. Minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses. And be cautious of street drinks. Choose sealed beverages or bottled water to avoid promotional contamination. Next. Therefore, as we wrap our webinar on street food, it's clear that while street food is an integral and delightful part of our culinary culture, it comes with its own set of challenges, particularly concerning health and nutrition. Here is some key takeaway and recommendations. Nutritional awareness, which is very important. Education to raise campaign awareness and nutritional levels. Encouraging vendor. We should encourage vendor to provide nutritional information for their food items. This can help us to take the healthier choice. Strict regulation strengthen government oversight and enforcement of food safety and standard for street vendors. Consumer education to raise the campaign awareness about nutritional content of street foods. Healthy alternatives. Encourage the development and promotion of nutrition, yet affordable street food option. Collaboration with nutrition expert nutritionists to create and promote street food recipes that are both delicious and nutritious. Therefore, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you found this webinar insightful and empowering. Let's work together to make informed choices and promote a healthier street food practices. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monjira. It was absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure all here and others listening elsewhere. Some were saying there's a little bit of a problem joining. Maybe they have a network issue, but this is completely reach out to a lot of people. That was what we wanted to do. Listening to Monjira, I was just thinking. Even I am quite an old person from, especially in the stream of nutrition. I was thinking that even if I'm well satisfied, as Monjira was saying, try not to eat street food, but the smell of puchkas definitely stimulate my brain. So I don't mind indulging sometimes. So the problem is, I have a few questions. In fact, I'll just open the house for questions from others if anybody wants to ask something or put in something, because this is a webinar for young people, and those who have joined in are mostly young scholars, students, teachers. Some teachers are also there. So if anyone wants to say something, because this is mostly an awareness program, is there anyone who wants to ask or put in some questions? Or else I actually have a few questions or some questions to the audience as well. And obviously the competition. We had a competition, for those who don't know, every month. We come up with a competition. Last month it was to plan a recipe on Bhuter Raja's plate, the plate that Bhuter Raja had given. What would you want to add on that plate that is nutritious, healthy, and delicious as well? So that competition, the results would be out. We had so many entries, and I am so happy, really happy to see so many people sending in their entries. Some are here, some are not here, some are watching on the other link. So just for the others to know that everybody will be getting a certificate, and obviously one winner would be getting a certificate and a small token prize from Nutripedia.life. And this month also, we will be having a competition, because I see the young people are really geared up for thinking, creative minds actually. Obviously, the competition will be on street food, and Monjira will judge what can be done. So yes, I will send you the emails. The entries are through the Nutripedia.life website. So I just wanted to ask Monjira that this feeling of happiness, this feeling of happiness when we have street food, when we are going out with friends, say I'm going out from college, even at this age, when we go out with our colleagues, teachers, we do not go for eating fruits. We do not go for eating healthy stuff. We are either going to a restaurant, or we are maybe standing. In fact, today morning, I teach in a college, North Calcutta College. So uh, tele bhaja is available all over North Kolkata. Those of you who are there would be knowing. So it keeps coming into our college, and we somehow munch because we are doing a lot of work and munching on. So this is a problem. So how would you, from your perspective, of course, how would you suggest that we change this habit? Because it becomes a big problem. What should be done? What you have given some suggestions, of course, but maybe for the young people here, what can be done, and how we can stop our brain from that signal? What can be done? Over to you, Munjira.
Uh, so if the pleasure center is once activated, yeah, surely it will tempted us every time to have these indulgence. But from my perspective, I can say that if 90% balanced diet in daily life, we follow 90% of balanced food item, 10% indulgence is fine. So ফর এক্সাম্পল 7 ডেজে যদি 6 ডেজ আমরা ডায়েট ফলো করি, তো একটা দিন আমরা চিট ডে করতে পারি। বাট ওইখানে আমাদের স্টপ করতে হবে যে এটা আজকেই শেষ, চিট মিলটা আমাদের আজকেই শেষ, আমরা পরের দিন আবার হেলদি ফুড খাবো। And we can take some sort of dry fruits like dry fruit laddu for sudden energy boost, or some sort of healthy items like roasted makhana. It's for continuous binging habit যেটা থাকে, যে খিদে পাচ্ছে তো we can easily carry this roasted chana or roasted makhana, homemade, all are homemade, no processed packaged food at all. Homemade chana or makhana, or sometimes we can have this homemade energy laddu or protein bar. No supplement. I will advise not to put any kind of whey protein or any kind of supplement to enrich its nutritional value. Normal homemade vegetable protein and animal protein দুটোই আমরা রাখবো। And যেটা প্রোটিন বার আমরা চট করে খুব ইজিলি সবাইকে সাজেস্ট করে দিই খাওয়ার জন্য, এবং কিনে এনে খাওয়া হয়। যারা অনেক আছেন যারা ভালোবাসেন অ্যাক্টিভিটি বা জিম করছেন, তো তাদের জন্য নয়, নর্মাল হোমমেড ডিশ আমরা বানিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে পারি, ক্যারি করতে পারি। হোলসাম ব্যালেন্স ফুড আইটেম যদি আমাদের ডেইলি লাইফে থাকে, যেখানে আমাদের যেটা আমরা 5 ফিঙ্গার বলি, মাইক্রোনিউট্রিয়েন্ট, কার্বস, প্রোটিন, ফ্যাট অ্যান্ড ভিটামিন, মিনারেলস, মাইক্রোনিউট্রিয়েন্ট। ম্যাক্রোনিউট্রিয়েন্ট আর মাইক্রোনিউট্রিয়েন্টের প্রপার যদি অ্যামালগামেশন থাকে আমাদের ডেইলি ফুড হ্যাবিটের মধ্যে, তাহলে কখনোই কিন্তু আমাদের ওই ক্রেভিংসটা ওই অতটা জায়গায় যায় না। আর আমরা যদি 7 ডেজ এর মধ্যে 6 ডেজ এইটা ফলো করি, একদিন একটা ইন্ডালজেন্স আমাদের বডি নিয়ে নেয়, ওকে, ইটস ফাইন, বাট ডেইলি হ্যাবিট যেন না হয়। আর হ্যাবিটটা আমরা কি করে থেকে বেরোবো, সেটা কিছুটা উইল পাওয়ার এবং কিছুটা প্র্যাকটিস। ডায়েট ইজ অল অ্যাবাউট গুড হ্যাবিট। তো হ্যাবিট আমাদের একদিনে ডেভেলপ করে না ডেফিনেটলি, আর সেটা যদি গুড হয় তো এটা লং টাইম একটা অ্যাপ্রোচ লাগে। কিন্তু ওয়ান্স আমরা এটা ভেতরে বসিয়ে নিতে পারবো, আওয়ার সিস্টেম গেটস রেজিস্টার্ড উইথ দিস হেলদি ফুড হ্যাবিটস, তখন আমাদের নিজেদের ভেতর থেকেই একটা আহ আসে যে না, এটা আমরা খাবো না, ডেইলি লাইফে এটা আমরা খাবো না। এটা আমরা অনেকেই, ইনফ্যাক্ট যারা কনসালটেশন করেন ডায়েটে, তাদেরও আমি দেখেছি ধারণা থাকে যে এই খাবার, হেলদি ফুড হ্যাবিট থাকা মানে এই খাবারগুলো লাইফ থেকে একেবারে বেরিয়ে যাওয়া। তো তাহলে শুধু রেজিমেন্টেড অ্যান্ড রেগুলেটেড ওয়েতেই খাওয়া, কিন্তু ডায়েট একদমই ব্যাপারটা সেরকম নয়। এটা একটা হেলদি ফুড হ্যাবিটের মধ্যে থাকা। আমি মাঝে মধ্যে নিশ্চয়ই নিজেকে চিট করবো, ইন্ডালজেন্স দেবো, বাট ওই লিমিটেশনটা আমাকে নিজেকেই সেট করতে হবে, ঠিক কতটা অব্দি আমি দেবো আর কোন জায়গায় নিজেকে আমি ব্যালেন্স করে আটকে নেবো। কারণ আফটার অল আমাদের হেলথটা হচ্ছে সব থেকে বড়, মানে হেলথ ইজ অ্যাসেট। আর সেই অ্যাসেটটাকে আমরা কোনোভাবেই আমাদের ওই টেম্পটেশনের জন্য আমরা বের করতে পারি না। তো এটা প্র্যাকটিস লাগে, বাট এটা ভেরি মাচ ডুয়েবল।
Very rightly said, Bonjira. Health is wealth. Ekdom tai. But absolutely, I would. I to take home a few messages for the young people. So carry your own food, right? So if you're carrying our healthy food, tasty food from home, I don't think we would want to have something as unhygienic that is being prepared on the road, because we have a very polluted atmosphere. And whenever you see any jhalmuriola, puchkaola, I understand that that dirty hand might add on to the flavor, but obviously we will have to think about what is happening the future, and that is why this topic today, street foods, to eat or not to eat, that is the question, right? So to eat, as Monjira said, sometimes. Not to eat, no, we can indulge in one day, if, and to quote Monjira, to reward yourself. So keep it as a reward, the prize for yourself for being good the whole week. Another question that, or a thought, maybe not a question actually, if Monjira can help me find the solution to this. I was just thinking that the kind of paper or the plastics that are used, because it is, I am associated with sustainability also. Sustainability as in the environment, environmental health. So I was just thinking the kind of plastic spoons that are used, the kind of thermocol glasses that are given, or plastic glasses. So what can we do about it? Because this is, see, your health is in your hands. That's what I think. So how we can change this, Monjira? What is your take on this?
Yes, this is also carcinogenic. In fact, I saw many vendors use aluminum foil also to pour the stuff, like roti vendor, or sometimes the tandoor chicken. The roadside street vendors always prefer to, in fact, the boiled momo, fried momos, everything they used to put in the aluminum foil, or this stuff. These are really, really dangerous. I think একমাত্র government regulation or food safety standards are difficult to handle. And awareness ও নেই আমাদের। আমরা যাই, খিদে পাই, আমরা কিনে নিচ্ছি, ইচ্ছে করছে, কিসে দেওয়া হচ্ছে আমরা জাস্ট মানে একদমই বদারেশন থাকে না আমাদের। তো এই নিউট্রিশনাল অ্যাওয়ারনেস ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এটা ইনফ্যাক্ট আমার মনে হয় মানে স্কুল টেক্সট বুকে আসা উচিত, যাতে ছোট থেকে, চ্যারিটি বিগিনস এট হোম, তো একদম ছোট থেকে যদি বাচ্চাদের পড়ানো হয় স্কুল লেভেল থেকে যে এগুলো খাওয়া যায় না বা এগুলো ডেট্রিমেন্টাল টু আওয়ার হেলথ, তাহলে কোথাও একটা আমাদের ভেতরে সিস্টেমে রেজিস্টার করে যাবে যে এই জিনিসটাকে, এবং স্ট্রিক্ট রেগুলেশন লাগবে এই জায়গাতে। আদারওয়াইজ তো এটা ভেরি মাচ ডিফিকাল্ট। এই
I think
সিচুয়েশনটা?
this is a fantastic idea. School level take if we can teach students because some of you will be teachers, some of you will be nutritionists. So if we can do such workshops or create awareness from the school level, I think that will create a huge impact for all of us because you are the next generation teachers. You are the next
Exactly.
generation people who are going to carry this message out. So if you're a dietitian when you're talking to your patient, if you're a teacher when you're talking to your student, I think this would create a very big impact. Yes, Monjira, I think you are absolutely correct. So any more questions or anything else that Monjira would like to put in for today's session? Is there anything else that Monjira wants to talk about? I think it was a
I
fantastic
also
session.
want to add
Yes,
one more thing.
yes, Monjira. Yes.
Plastic particles, these microparticles actually easily goes with the food, mix with the food and goes into our system. And in recent times, hormonal imbalances, especially uh, young, among the young teenage groups, PCOD, PCOS cases are tremendously prevalent. তো এই জায়গাতেও কিন্তু ওই প্লাস্টিকটার একটা বড় জায়গা আছে, ওই মাইক্রো পার্টিকেল একবার গেলে সেটা actually trigger our hormonal imbalances in our body. So
Absolutely. I was lucky enough to work with the pollution environmental science department of Rajabajar Science College, and they have actually shown that microplastics have entered our bloodstream. So
yes,
many of you know I am directly involved with research and all. So the microplastics in, as Monjira was saying, the microplastics create a huge impact on the hormonal, especially for women, because PCOS, PCOD, these are all common problems.
in fact, in
Infertility.
all common household we use plastic bottles for drinking purposes, and same bottles are reused on daily basis.
You would not notice. We generally buy food, see the expiry date, but you have never noticed the date on the mineral water bottle. Water does not expire, but the bottle does. So be careful to use plastic bottles. Do not reuse plastic bottles. Do not reuse plastic polythene packets for carrying food to for your tiffin, or tiffin as in the direct food into the plastic, or even the tiffin box should not be made of plastics. So these are the things that have come out through research. Is there anyone in the virtual audience who wants to ask or say something? Maybe one or two suggestions if anyone wants to. Shohini, are you there? Shohini? I would really like to hear because Shohini is a teacher. Shohini, are you there? I would really like to, because she's a teacher in school. I don't.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shohini. I would like
Yes,
to
ma'am.
get your take on this. If you would suggest or what you've seen in school from the students.
Ma'am, actually, recently what happens, like though their parents or the mother, because she actually cooks early in the morning and gives up the tiffin, though it's delicious also, like even if you talk about starting from noodles, pasta also, still they come up to the canteen for that tele bhaja itself. Like after eating that also, those who are small also, standard 7 and 8 also, though we keep on saying that your mother has given, so eat that. Why again tele bhaja? They say, no ma'am, we are going to share this and we are going to have this. So it's like that actually.
So
like
how
they're
as a
indulged with
teacher,
it.
yes, absolutely. But how as a teacher could you, because we are
try
trying
to restrict, ma'am, like in the school, like we have started incorporating little bit of poha and the upmas, so that even if there is no profit in that case in canteen, but still at least we can make them aware that these can also be healthy. Like sometimes nowadays they are making aloo parathas, and the aloo paratha in the canteen itself, it's of normal adequate size of, and they are not giving with the sauce. Instead of giving it with the normal purchased sauce, they are giving the green chutney one, the one which is handmade, and they are alternating it with that one. So this initiative is taken a little bit ahead. And sometimes, ma'am, with luchi and aloo dum also, because they are so trendy with it, so they are giving the luchi, but sometimes like in Bihari and Bhojpuri style of, like they are incorporating that sattu ka paratha kind of. They're incorporating the sattu instead of giving the direct luchi, and with aloo dum itself, they are selling it, but in the form of sattu ka paratha they are doing. So, ma'am, the thing is, step by step they are taking, but initially all the things could not be incorporated all together, because otherwise they are also not grabbing the things in a fruitful manner. So that's why one or the other alternative is going on. Like, we are trying actually little bit. And in the case of ma'am hygiene, now they at least get convinced that they are not going to, if they do not like the food also, they are not going to throw it in the bins. They are giving it to the attendant didis or the bhaiyas. Like, they're saying at least that we are not liking it. Will you take it? So like that, ma'am. Little bit is going on.
No, fantastic. We cannot
That's right.
change everything overnight, but these small little changes definitely will help us in the long run, I'm sure. Thank you so much, Rohini, for sharing what the scenario is at school, because I'm not too well versed with very young children.
No,
Monjira
ma'am. My
has
pleasure.
Monjira, thank you so much.
My pleasure,
Monjira
ma'am.
has two lovely children, twins, in fact, and I'm sure she gives them absolute nutritious food. So thank you everyone for this wonderful, wonderful session. This is the first time I have seen anyone talking about the calorie and the nutritional value of calorie content and nutrition value of puchka, fish kachuri, and all that. This is really something that was really pleasurable. And Monjira, it was fantastic. Thank you for joining me
Thank
today,
you so much.
taking out so much of your time from your busy schedule from your chamber.
My
But
pleasure.
but it really means a lot to me and to everyone who's a member at Nutripedia.life. So for today's contest, yes. So today's contest would be for you to design a street food, which obviously will not be a street food, should not be puchka or jhalmuri, something that you have created, which is very similar to what we get outside, like something like puchka, but not puchka, which we can promote as good, nutritious food, which will be easy to consume, which will be easy to prepare, and people will love it. So that is the contest for today. A street food like home food is the caption. Street food like home food, just one item. And I think most of you have understood the contest, and Monjira obviously will judge it. So, Monjira, I will tell the details to her later on. And for the winner of the last month, yes, I have received, as I said, fantastic recipes, and I'm going to try all of them. And all the recipes, believe me, all the recipes would go up to the Nutripedia.life website for everyone to see, and you all will receive certificates. The winner is obviously one person. It is Oshmita Roy Chaudhuri. Oshmita, I don't think is here. Oshmita Roy Chaudhuri. So a big hand for Oshmita. We will send her a certificate, winner's certificate, and a prize. But those who have joined the contest, thank you so much. Your recipes are going to be up there on the website. But every month, I want your recipes, because Nutripedia.life is all about you and you only. So thank you for joining. The recording will be available on the website, on the Facebook page, and you can keep listening to and calculating the nutritive values that Monjira has already shared with us. So thank you all. Thank you for joining in. Keep tuning yourselves in to Nutripedia.life every month. So with that promise that we will bring to you new things, thank you, and thank you, Monjira, again for such a
Thank you so
wonderful
much.
session. Thank you. Good night and namaskar to all of you.